Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Mic'd Up with Mary, and I am Mary. So, as you can see, I am a real person. See, a real person. Real. Because today we're going to talk about artificial intelligence and the use of AI to make influencers. So, I became aware of this issue when there was a video, a viral video going around. It is a black woman who is doing a mukbang. And if you don't know what a mukbang, and I think that's the way to pronounce it, is basically overeating on camera. So she has this large plate of fried chicken in front of her. She picks up a chicken leg and she puts the entire thing in her mouth and chews it. We all know that chicken has bones, so this woman puts the whole thing in her mouth and she chews it, and the steam is coming out, and people are like, "Oh, this is not a real person. This is an AI influencer." All right, so let's talk about the issues with that. So the thing that gets me with these AI influencers is that companies are actually they can actually make their own influencer, and then you wouldn't have to pay a real person. You know, those of us who need to make a living and who want to do it through social media, you can use these AI influencers and not pay real people, like people who actually need jobs, who pay bills. So my second issue with this AI influencers, and I really don't like that term influencer. I don't consider myself an influencer. I'm a content creator. I create content. So I create commentary. And then on Instagram, I talk about fitness and exercise. So I create content. I'm not influencing anybody. I give you information, and then you do with that information what you want to do with that information. Believe it, don't believe it, you go on with your life. So the second thing that I have an issue with is, especially when it related to this video with the black woman, is that there are a lot of AI influencers out, and a large number of them are black women. So some of these are stereotypes. They're making stereotypes of what uh, black women are, because of course we're a monolith and we're all the same, but we're not. So the other issue, besides just stereotyping people, and they can use it to stereotype any group of people, but it seems like right now it is black women. Another issue with this, so from what I can see, is that uh, the other types of AI influencers in other countries, they're presenting these pretty young, almost perfect young women who I guess are never going to age. So that's why I started the video saying, hey, I'm a real person. This is a real house. And if I spend any time on social media, so I just started or restarted, because I started and then left it alone and restarted again, is that you will see me age over time. And then I will also progress through life. I will go through different stages of life. My opinions about things may change as I move through life. But with these AI influencers, like, they're never going to age, or they're going to age and you're going to be like, how come I'm not aging like this if you can't figure out that that's not a real person? So that's the other issue. It's like, okay, now you're putting into social media, there's already these crazy standards. People lie and say, oh, I went in the gym and got these glutes to look like this, and they got BBLs, or they're constantly doing plastic surgery, or you have guys who are on steroids and they're saying they're natty, but they're not really because they're on steroids. So you already have the issue with people comparing themselves to real people who are lying. So now you have AI influencers who are not real at all, who are made to look perfect, and then now you're comparing yourself to these made up people. I just It's just mind blowing. So I feel like people like myself who make content, whether they have millions of followers or they have just a couple of followers like myself, is that somehow we have to start fighting against this. Now, what what also gets me is that human beings are the ones who are making these influencers, and you still cannot perfect the mannerisms of real people. You cannot perfect the different quirks that people have with this technology, and people will start to catch on to that. Okay, we're not all stupid. Okay, that AI stuff is going to slip up in some video somewhere. It's going to slip up, and you're going to be like, "Oh, this is not a real person." And if it was me, I'll be like, "I'm not following a fake person when I can follow a real person." And then my other thought is like, okay, if this is an influencer and you never see this person in public, like they're never anywhere. Like if you live close to where I live, you would actually see me, be able to come up to me and say, "Hi, I watch your videos," but they're going to use an influencer that nobody will ever see. Yes, they can create fake scenarios where this person has friends and they're out in restaurants, but you're never going to see them out in the public ever. I don't know. So, I mean, that's just my opinion on this. I kind of avoid AI as much as I can because for me, it seems like society is moving more toward this idea that if people had just free time all the time, they didn't have to do any type of working. Um, they didn't have to, uh, I don't know. It's just this weird thing where it's like they're trying to move us away from having purpose. And the more you move people away from having purpose in life, the more the society is going to go down. So, like I said before, and you see how I'm making mistakes. I don't edit these videos to make it perfect, and I don't. This is the background. It probably change every time I can find some good lighting because I'm a human being. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I didn't say that word correctly. Let me edit it out. No, it's called being a human being. When we talk in real life, we make mistakes. We say the wrong words. We stumble over words. That's called life. So, just getting on my little rant. Um, so for me, like that fakeness, a person who never ages, they never say anything wrong, the skin is always going to look perfect. Nobody wants to see that. In our hearts, we don't want to see that. We want to see real people living real lives, dealing with real issues, and also endorsing products that they really use. Like, don't even get me started on that. So to wrap all that up, because once again, I also don't like to make really long videos. Like, you have other things to do in life besides just watch a video. So just be careful when you're watching these videos. Now, if you want to follow an AI influencer, more power to you. Do whatever feels good to your spirit. Do it. But for me, I would not support something that would take away a job from an actual person who needs to pay bills. That's just how I would feel. If I found out this person wasn't really a person, yeah, you can't tell me anything. You can't tell me what it's like to be human because you're not human. To bring it down a little bit. All right, so I mean, just be aware that there are AI influencers and they're really trying to push that. I mean, I could even make my own AI influencer. This perfect person who has this perfect life and the background's always perfect and they always look perfect in lighting and they always say the perfect words and they never stumble over their words. We even can do that. There's apps to do that. And companies are using this technology to not pay real people, and it's just a mess. But society tends to be progressing to chaos, and it is progressing to we don't really need people. But who are you going to be influencing if we're not here? And if people don't have jobs, you're going to use AI influencers to influence them to get something with what money? What money? We're going to buy it with our good looks? Like, what money are they going to have to buy this stuff that you're trying to push on us if we don't have a job to generate income? So, anyway, um, that's all my thoughts on this AI influencers scam. That's what I'm gonna call it, a scam. So, if you would like to like the video, make a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.